Hello friends, welcome to the Fairy Tale Adventure, or I suppose the Fairy Tale Adventure Book 1 to be precise, as there was a second one made several years later that wasn't any good. To be fair, not many people thought this was much good when it came out either. Made in 1987 by Micro Illusions Incorporated. Can you name another game they've done? No, I didn't think so. However, it was published in the UK certainly by Electronic Arts, and this is the Mega Drive version or Genesis version if you're in an NTSC region. I'm just going to go straight in. I'll explain more about the game as we go, but however, for now we have the story. Exposition alert. Once upon a time, there lived 3 brothers in a small village near the land of home. The eldest brother, Julian, was bravest of the 3. Philip, the second brother, was lucky and clever. Gentle and kind was the youngest brother, Kevin. Rescue the talisman, was the mayor's plea. Only the talisman can protect our village from blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah. That screen skipped rather quickly. Well, interesting start. As you can see, we are Julian. We start with a bravery stat of 35, a luck stat of 20, a kindness stat of 15, and vitality of 23. They're along the bottom of the screen now. Your vitality is your health and is linked directly to your bravery. You gain bravery by killing enemies, essentially experience points. I'm first of all going to go around these houses and loot them essentially. No, you weren't supposed to see the quiver of arrows sitting there. You can actually, there's a look button, but it does take a while. I'll demonstrate it here, why not? Discovered a hidden object. 2 in fact. Now, I first played this game in probably around 1992 on the Mega Drive, and yeah, I didn't beat it until fairly recently. I sort of went back to it on a whim, and yeah, it turns out it's actually an epic little adventure. Not least because of the music. Oh, I found a chest containing nothing. Well, that's useful. Battle theme. Oh no. Let's see what we're fighting today. We're fighting a bowman. That's not good. He has potential to kill me fairly instantly. I will attempt to hide behind a pillar. Helps when you press the right button. Oh, come on. I found a sword. Excellent, I can now fight this guy. He will still kill me if I get too close, to be honest. He's fleeing. Excellent. Yes, the battle theme does continue on, almost ad nauseum. Now, I am on a wander because I know where something in particular is. That was a, I would say, half-second snippet of the non-battle theme, which is, for me, one of the best ambient musics in any game ever. But, you know, we'll probably not hear it much, as the battle theme tends to be the dominant one. We found a stone circle and various items. And more skeletons. Now, the enemies in the game will drop whichever weapon they're using, and usually also one other item. It can be, well, as you see there, I found 2 green jewels. Green jewels do absolutely nothing in the daytime. However, at night, they will let you see. I'm going to try and dupe these guys. As you can see, the bowman can very, very quickly drain your health. Bravely done. Now, keys are by far the most annoying aspect of this game. There's one dungeon in particular, which is specifically set out to be a maze, except all of the doors are hidden, and all of them are locked. Keys, when you use them, disappear from your inventory. That was an interesting quest, we'll say that. I am almost dead. I do have 1 healing potion. Now, we're here for some travel rations. Now, this is annoying. I am, of course, playing on an emulator, and it's very difficult to get the cursor in the right place. So this is just going to be trial and error. Excellent. I'm quite happy with that. That took a hell of a lot less time than it has done in the past. Essentially, we want to buy some apples. Because we will starve to death otherwise. You technically don't starve to death, but you stop regaining vitality. Vitality sort of comes back to you gradually as long as you're not hungry. Wraiths. Wraiths are difficult. And they often don't drop anything. They are incredibly powerful. They're certainly as powerful, if not more than, the bowman. And they don't use a weapon. Also, their ashes tend to disappear incredibly quickly once you've killed them. Julian came to the graveyard. Now, there's not much I can do here for now. But it is a fairly good experience farm. As you can just stand in this corner, enemies will flock to you, and they can't hit you. You can, of course, just wave your sword through the bars. We won't stay here for too long. There is a crypt, it's locked. I believe... yes, it's a grey key. If I were to stay here until midnight, which is about 15 minutes in game time, roughly, maybe a bit more, there would, well, a scepter would appear, and he would give me a hint as to where to find one of the 5 golden statues that I currently need. The game doesn't actually tell you need the 5 golden statues, but, you know. And we have a full fleeing. Wow. That was unfortunate. Again, pretty much any enemy in the game can kill you incredibly quickly. Your initial goals are to really just get your bravery up fairly high so that your hit points can scale based on that. As you can see, a Faery who's in no hurry will respawn you. I think it's random where you respawn. Well, it's not entirely random, it's based on where you've been, but it may actually just be the last safe place you were in. I get my grey key back, which is good. Now we're going to travel south. And hopefully we're going to find enough enemies along the way that we can collect a few keys, as we need a few for the next section. I may well do some farming off camera, as really it takes a long time. You're not going to want to watch it all. Wraiths have a very high chance of dropping white keys. However, it's very difficult to actually get them to drop their items well, because their bodies tend to disintegrate on impact. You need to be fairly quick with the C button to take. There's actually no penalty for not sticking to the road, but I often do because, you know, it's easier to guide yourself that way. I do apologise. Music's rather infectious. If you know this music, I can pretty much guarantee that just watching this video will get it stuck in your head for a good couple of days. In fact, since I considered playing this for the channel, I've had this main theme stuck in my head for a long time. We find some gold. That's incredibly random. I don't think I've ever seen that gold spawn there before. Not complaining. Well, since I'm now rich, I may as well give some money to this nice old man. The witch lives in the dim forest of Grimwood, where the very trees are warped to her will. Her gaze is death. So that's a small hint that we need to go to the forest of Grimwood to fight the witch. Where the forest of Grimwood is? Well, the old man certainly isn't telling us. Nor will he tell us if we give him more money. as I initially thought when I played this game for the first time and I gave him all my money, and he said the same thing over and over. And we reach the village of Marheim. Well, the city of Marheim, really, but, you know, there are like 8 houses in a castle. I'd call it a village. Alms for the poor. Okay, since it's you. I have a prophecy for you, my lord, said the beggar. You must seek 2 women, one good, one evil. He's not giving up much either. The evil one is the witch that was referred to earlier. It's a white key, yes. Now, you enter the castle, and what do you think is the first thing you need to get through the castle? Oh yes, more keys. I feel like there's something in here that I always miss. It's a gold door. What colour of key do you think it uses? You do, of course, get it back. You should give to the poor, not the rich, said Lord Train. Yes, perhaps so. If you could rescue the king's daughter, said Lord Train, the king's courage could be restored. Well, let's talk to the king. I cannot help you, young man, said the king. My armies are decimated, and I fear that with the loss of my children, I have lost all hope. Yes, he says the same thing. State your business, said the guard. My business is with the king, stated Julian, respectfully. So, that's the castle of Marheim. No, there's nothing here. Except for some hints, perhaps. But so, all we need to do, really, that is not actually a door. It looks like one. It's not. Let's waste our keys. Why not? You would think there'd be something else here. No. Absolutely nothing. So we head back out into Marheim. Not really knowing anymore, to be fair. Now, there are apples in some of these houses. I cannot remember which ones. Not this one, it would seem. Well, that was disappointing. And that is essentially it for Marheim. I'm going to leave this episode here, or I would if I hadn't just been attacked by 2 wraiths. Let's fend these off, and then I will see you next time.